quick history lesson that sounds fake, but absolutely isn't. Let's talk about Namibia, one of the most beautiful countries on Earth. Big skies, deserts, wildlife, and somehow, most of the land isn't owned by the people who live there. Yeah, that's not a typo. Roughly 70% of commercial farmland is owned by a tiny white minority. So how did that happen? Short answer, colonialism with receipts. Back in the late 1800s, Germany showed up and said, "Wow, lovely land you've got here. Be a shame if we took it." Germany renamed the place German Southwest Africa, because apparently renaming land makes theft official. Then came the indigenous people, the Herero and Nama, who understandably said, "Yeah, no." Germany's response? Genocide. Between 1904 and 1908, Germany carried out the Herero and Nama genocide. And when I say genocide, I mean people hunted into the desert wells, poisoned concentration camps, survivors worked to death. This wasn't war. This was land clearance. Kill the people. Remove resistance. Take the land. Dark? Yes. Documented? Also yes. After that, Germany handed the best land to white settlers and said, "Congrats, you own this now." Fast forward a bit, Germany loses the colony, but guess what doesn't get returned? Yep, the land. So when Namibia finally gains independence in 1990, the new government opens the books and goes, "Wait, why do we own none of our own country?" Because colonial theft had already been turned into legal paperwork. Title deeds, contracts, property law. The greatest magic trick colonialism ever pulled wasn't violence. It was convincing the world that stolen land became legitimate if you waited long enough. And here's the kicker. Germany has apologized. Germany has expressed deep regret. Germany has offered aid. But land restitution? Oh no, that would be too complicated. Apparently genocide is simple, but giving land back is where things get tricky. So today, Namibia lives with one of the most unequal land systems on Earth. Not because of laziness, not because of corruption, but because history was never corrected. And the wildest part? People call this normal. If this happened today, it'd be on every news channel. Sanctions, emergency summits, angry tweets. But because it happened to Africans, it's just history. So next time someone says, "Why don't African countries just move on?" Remember this. You can't move on when someone's still sitting on your land and calling it property. History isn't always funny, but sometimes the joke is on the people who pretend they don't remember.